14 years ago, in 1950, an amazingly unconventional thinker astounded the scientific community with a theory that challenged many of its most deeply rooted assumptions. In a persuasive bestseller, this man presented a radical view of world history that linked research and hypotheses in such diverse disciplines as astronomy, geology, comparative religion, and archaeology. A storm of protest arose from every corner of the academic world, claiming that the theory was totally wrong. This opposition soon turned into an attempt to suppress the book and discredit the man who wrote it. The man is Immanuel Velikovsky, Russian-born doctor and psychoanalyst, student of the sciences and humanities, founder and one-time editor of the Scripta Universitatis series, out of which...
That although the scientific academic community hasn't by any means accepted what you have to say, that fortune has smiled on you in many respects, in the sense that science itself, point by point, has gone somewhat more in your direction. What in particular led you to be so concerned with what Mariner would find on Venus, with in particular the question of Venus's heat, if I may
well,
say
you
so?
know, Mr. Larby, that Venus is persona dramatis of my first book. In that book, I claim that there were terrestrial catastrophes caused by extraterrestrial agents in prehistoric and also historical times. And I tried to identify the agent.
The astronomers object, at least many of them objected at the time, because they thought evidence was being brought to their field from
mythology, old wives' tales,
yes.
Biblical story. You know, the Bible is a book that we are asked to swear on it, but we are asked also not to believe into it. And at least, well, you know, of course, that I am not a fundamentalist and didn't try in any way to prove the Bible right. But on the other hand, it happened to me to go even further than fundamentalists go, because when the Bible, and actually in so many places, in Psalms, in prophets, in Mosaic books, spoken about mountains that melt like wax, that the sea erupt, and other things, that the fundamentalists would believe that these are metaphors.
Disturbances, about a change in the terrestrial axis, a change in the magnetic field of the Earth, that they are willing to talk about them provided they are put very far back in history. They are willing to talk about distortion of the Earth's crust, provided
well, this is a
it's,
psychological problem. You see, we generally don't like to know that we are traveling on a accident-prone planet. You of course understand that I am not a prophet of doom. Just the other way around. I believe that we are now, if the man himself will not be the cause of his destruction, we are now in a settled solar system for eons to come.